Just when America has reached a breaking point with division, visionary influencer Danni Benson's I'm Proud of You Sis Bro movement taps into the pulse and heartbeat of a culture radically torn. But this loving mom's voice of reason and calm has received national recognition.
How'd you balance having your children and always traveling with the Yankee organization?
When I became a dad, I said that I would always love like a mother.
I feel like I have to hide certain things or act a different way because I know some people or some kids feel like they have to.
As part of the Chapters Network, Benson brings a weekly show aired worldwide on YouTube and Facebook, and her message is creating positive change. That's Wednesday at 6 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. Today is the 12th, 12 more days till Christmas. So I'm hearing if you're mailing anything out, UPS, ordering, you got to get it done now. This is basically the last day of basically mailing things out so your loved ones could get it on time. So please make sure, the mail has been snail mail lately. So make sure you get all these presents in the mail and stuff so your loved ones can get them just in time for the holidays. Also, I wanted to remind everyone that look, I got checked today. I got my first mammogram today. Shout out to Liddy. As women, we have to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. And because of COVID, for the last 18 months, I didn't take really good care of myself, meaning that I didn't really go to the doctors as often that I used to before COVID. So I'm getting back on track. So I just want to remind everyone out there, if you haven't made your appointments, for your regular routine checkups like dentists, check your eyes, go to your doctor, get a physical checkup, all of these things are important to making sure that your health is at 100%. So I don't know about you, but I was lacking in that area. So I'm trying to catch up with all of my doctor visits. So I just wanted to give you a reminder, just in case if you forgot to, make sure you're getting checked. Especially women out there, make sure you're getting your mammograms done too, because it's important to know that your breasts are okay, and also doing your daily checkups. And finally, this is a really sad time. Today is marked the 800,000 people who have died of COVID since COVID started. I mean, when I heard that news today, my heart was breaking because it is the holidays. And even though we say Merry Christmas, a lot of people in the world aren't too merry because a lot of their loved ones died of COVID, and of course died of other things too besides COVID, because I know we hear COVID, COVID, COVID every single day. But people are dying of other things besides COVID. So I wanted to send my condolences to anyone all over the world who's watching, who's suffering, who doesn't have their loved one with them right now. I get it. I'm in the same shoes as you, so I completely understand. I have a special guest today because we were having a conversation about the holidays are here, and it's the most wonderful time of the year. I love that song. But it might not be the most wonderful time for every single person in this world. So I have Anna. She's very special to me because she is my producer of the show. But I wanted her to come on because we were having a conversation about death. And unfortunately, Anna suffered a great loss. She lost her sibling, which I completely understand that loss because I lost a sibling also that was very dear to my heart. Sandra Tracy, I love you. I know you're here with me, and I know you're proud of me. And actually, the puppy that I have, Brownie was born on my sister's birthday, so I know it was meant for me to get Brownie and to have Brownie here with our family, who's been such a delight to my twin girls, Giselle and London, and is a constant reminder of my sister every single day because she was born on June 28th. So I know how things work out in miraculous ways. So I'm so happy that we have a little puppy named Brownie because it's a reminder of my sister and how much contribution that she's given to the world. And my sister died of breast cancer. And that's why I want it important that every woman out there, please go get checked. And to memorialize my sister, I actually got checked today to make sure that I am okay. But I have Anna on the show. She's special because she helps the special needs. She's a paraprofessional. And what a paraprofessional does is when a child has special needs in the classroom, she sits one on one with that child to make sure she interprets what the teacher is given, the message that the teacher's given to the classroom. She's actually helps that child that sits next to her to interpret what the teacher's teaching to the classroom to that child. So she has a special gift, a really special job. Shout out to all the parents who are dealing with children, who have beautiful children who are artistic. You know, they have special needs. They might be different, but they're not different like sometimes society makes them different, like, you know, there's something wrong with them. No, they're just special. They're God's like little gifts, and the more love you pour into them, the more they will prove how special and how unique they are. So shout out to all the parents who are dealing every single day with children or a child that is autistic. I don't want you to give up on that child. That child is very special, and there's resources out there, just like Anna, that will help you get through your child going through school. So I want to say hi, Anna. Hi, Anna. Anna, hi. Okay, so I'm gonna say your name. It's Samanamu. Did I get it right?
Yes.
Yeah. I've been practicing. So I know with my last name sometimes I thought it was disrespectful when people pronounce it or not even try to learn how to pronounce it. So thank you so much for like this is my first time, but I know I'm gonna get it right as much I keep saying it. But Anna, welcome to I'm proud of you, sis. And I just want to say something to you. I am so proud of you, Anna. You are special. You are very dear to my heart. I'm so happy that you are my producer. Like everything happens for a reason. Um, and we have something in common. Like we both lost siblings. And the way I look right now wasn't the way I looked when I lost like my loved ones. So when we were talking on the phone, I wanted to encourage you to understand so many different aspects of death based on my experience because I meet people every day and say, "Oh my God, how'd you get through it all? How'd you get through it?" With the grace of God, I don't know how I got through it, but I'm still going through it. Don't think I'm not going through it. I always tell people when someone dies, close to you, like a loved one, and everyone says, "Oh, time heals all wounds." No, I call it it's a new normal. Um, Time doesn't heal all wounds, and I hate when people say that. Especially when someone close to you have died, because they will always be a part of your heart. They will always be there. They're part of your story. They don't. It doesn't go away because you physically can no longer see them. So please talk to me about your sibling, your brother, please.
Well, Danny, thank you. Thank you so much, really, for your kind words, your generosity, and honestly, to be given this platform and to really provide my insight is just something that I don't take for granted at all. Because I feel like there have been moments where I've wanted to talk about my sibling, and I was just scared to do so, not because of the details or the memories, but more so because I just didn't know like who would feel like, oh, why is she always talking about her brother, or why is she always like bringing him up? It's it's horrible, like in my opinion, when somebody tells that to you straight to your face, saying like you need to move on and like let them rest in peace. And it's like, I am letting them rest. I'm not asking them to like do something for me overtime, but it's like I could sense their protection, and that's enough for me. And I had a close bond with my sibling, and he was truly like the parent figure in my life, while my actual parents had to like really provide like every essential to like have something on the table, so my family, they're not from here, they're from Peru. So of course my sibling came here at a young age, so the fact that he had both perspectives of how it was to deal with trying to assimilate to a different culture, and all the while, as he was growing up, like had to deal with a lot of issues. And it's just something that I know, although he's not here anymore, i'm I'm gonna fight to try and be that voice for him, as much as I know that when he was alive I couldn't have done it. But it's just like, you don't know who is there today and who's not going to be here tomorrow. So now that I realized and I've endured that pain, and I still endure it to this day. I mean, 5 years later, it's not easy. I mean, compared to anyone who may have gone through the similar pain, but it's been like what, 30, 40 years. The grieving process works differently for everyone. And that's something I really like to emphasize to all, that just because somebody tells you to move on doesn't necessarily work like that. Because what if you're going through the same stage, but it's almost hypocritical for you to say that to somebody else? And it hurts. It really does. And I did go through an instance of that. And I will honestly tell you, I was depressed for an entire month. Because first of all, you dedicate your friendship, your life, or like even your moments with people who you think are a great support group, who have become a great support group. But all of a sudden, it's like everything just goes down the drain when they know your soft spot, and all of a sudden use that vulnerability against you. And that's not, and because we're in the spirit of the holidays, it just makes it more important to start building empathy, because that's something we're missing in society now,
Yes. I
especially.
think, but I think we are. I think you are so right. I think we are missing empathy because I hate when. Well, I don't want to use the word hate. I dislike when people say move on, because it's very. It sounds like, one, like you said, is no empathy. Two, the person sounds very like apathy, like no, like indifference. Like, how do you sit there and tell anyone to move on when it's not you that it's happening to? And even if it's happening to you, everyone processes grief differently. And in order for you to actually embrace what is actually happening to you, you have to go through the motions. You have to go through the feelings. And some people take 10 years to go through the feelings. Some people take 1 month to go through the feelings. But the person has the right to go through their process what best fits them.
Mm-hmm.
And people need to understand that. Um, like I was telling you, for the people who have told you, like, why you let him rest in peace, you have to keep his memory alive because that's what he would want you to do. And because you keep his memory alive does not mean that you are still stuck in that place. And people think because you mention, like if I mention my sister's name and they're like, oh, here we go again. What is wrong with me mentioning my sister's name? And we were having this deep conversation because even though my sister's not here in the flesh, right? My sister is still here in the spirit.
Amen. That's right.
I mean, I know I look, people might think I'm crazy, but I feel my sister's presence with me all the time. Even when I got the dog, I didn't even know the dog was born on my sister's birthday. I just sat there for 5 hours and I kept looking at that dog. Like there was 50 million dogs and I kept looking at that dog. I'm signing the final paperwork and I'm laughing at God because I was like, oh my God, that's my sister's birthday. And I knew my sister was in the room laughing because she was like, got you. I had to make sure that you were gonna get this dog so you would laugh afterwards because you have noticed like it's my birthday. I just so that was my sister's message to me, like, thank you so much for always thinking about me. That's why I want to keep her memory alive and I want you to keep your brother's memory alive. And for every audience member out there, please, it's the holidays. I know there's some people that are tired of hearing you talk about someone who has died in your family and don't want to hear it. But there's other people that do want to hear it. So seek those people out. You know, I don't want no one to shut down because, like with Anna, always, you know, people telling her, move on, let your brother rest in peace. Yes, I believe the flesh is in the ground or in a mausoleum or has been cremated. But your brother's spirit is still alive and well. And I was telling you that, you know, where your brother is, he's so happy. And he does not want you sad, right? Like he wants you to live. That's when people look at me and like, you've been through so much death. And I'm like, because I know it sounds crazy, but my mom had like a near death experience one time. And I was telling you this. And she actually went to heaven. Like she woke up and she was like, and I was sitting next to her and she was like, Danny, I just want to tell you, like, I didn't want to come back. I was like, Mama, what are you talking about? I'm just so happy you're here. Like, Mommy, you woke up. Yay. I was like, and she's like, no, you don't understand. Where I went, it was this beautiful light. It was so peaceful, Danny, that I kept going towards the light. And then the person kept saying, no, it's not your time.
Oh
And
my
she was
God.
like, and she kept saying, but I don't want to go back there. And she said she kept hearing the person say, but you have your loved ones, you have this person to live. This is not your time. And she was just like, but I want to be here. She said when she woke up, she said, Dan, I love you guys, but where I was going, I didn't want to come back. And then I said that to you, Anna. I said, the thing that we always worry about when someone close to us die is we're hoping that they're okay. We're in pain, but we're like, oh my God, like, you know, they're suffering. You think they're sad. You think that like everything is just final and that's it. And I was like, Anna, no, like your brother is with you all the time. And the way you celebrate your brother's life is, and his memory is through your joy, is through you doing all the things to make you happy. Because your brother would not want you to be home. And it's okay to be sad, you know, because your feelings are valid. But I'm telling you now, your brother is giving you permission to live.
Amen. Yes.
To
And
live.
I totally believe that, and I sense it. There are days where I really sense it and I'm just like, you know what? You're right. I'm I'm just going to keep moving forward. I mean, I was always so used to like saying so many things that I was going to do, but then I ended up realizing, wait, this is something that my brother went through in terms of like always trying to not get people's approval, but like really trying to show, demonstrate that he could and he could make it just like anybody else. But it's more of like the isolation and the pressure, societal pressure of trying to be something that you're not. And like I feel in terms of authenticity, my brother was a real one. So like that, and it took me years to figure to really realize that. And it's something that now, like, I'm doing a little self promotion. Like right there in the ticker at the end, that's my Instagram. And I often find myself having moments where I find something that really captures my heart, like the way I'm feeling, and it's always something associated with a memory that I had of my brother, or like something that now it's a trend on Instagram where where they ask, "Oh, add your siblings," or "What were your favorite moments of your life?" Things like that. And I would always try and find a way and say, "You know what? I'm just going to show these pictures because these are the ones that I really really love and I wish I could go back to." But it's like, wishful thinking. But it's like I always tell people, like, my Instagram is a safe space, and it's something that I realize that there's no shame and there's nothing bad in wanting to show a side of you, to not be vulnerable but to really make an impact. And whoever actually stays and feels impacted by it, great. you know it's not really about the the likes or anything. It's more of the impact. That's why if I have to write a long message, I just put, oh, PSA, long message. You want to read it, perfect. If you put a like, that's just something that's extra and really supportive. But at least I know that I didn't stay with the chance to write something and then just be like, I'm gonna put it in my drafts. No, like that's not something I think about anymore. It's like I have an impulse, great. But that's literally one of the many things that I feel I've learned from my sibling. And to this day, um when it comes to every little thing that I do, um I know I do it in his honor, and I make it known that whatever I do, it is for me. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, I'm celebrating it, but at the same time, in the back of my mind and in my heart, my I'm also doing it
For
for
your
myself.
brother.
Yeah.
Because you know what you said that was very key. You said that one thing that you learned about your brother was um, he didn't make he didn't let people's decision of him change who he was. And that's what I want like everyone in the world to understand. Like I understand people have their opinions and they have their right to be their opinions. But don't ever be bashful about who you are. And you're going to have your tribe who's going to come and be with you and root for you, and then you're going to have people who just don't like you, and that's okay. And I had to learn that, like, Some people are going to like you and some people are not. Just like I like red and blue, but I might not like orange, right? Like not
Mhm.
everyone likes every color in the crayon box, right? That's
Right.
why I love variety. That's why I love diversity because there's someone out there for everyone.
Mhm.
So I commend you for keeping your brother's life alive by you doing what he would do. Be
Yeah.
you.
Thank
Speak up. Don't let people silence you. That's your brother living through you. That's how you're keeping his memory alive. And I
I
just want you to tell you that he is extremely proud of you. Extremely proud of you. Because like I told you, you cannot see your brother. I know you can't see him, but I'm telling you, he is there with you. You have gained an angel, a protector, a guardian angel. You have gained someone who's always going to have your back. And I say this to everyone. If you ever want to speak to your loved one who is no longer there, please close your eyes and talk to the person.
yes.
You could still see their face, and I trust me when I tell you they can hear you, because I told you, like in the morning when I get up now, I know like I have family members in my house. Even my kids notice it because the lights will flicker. Like they're
Yeah.
giving me signs that they're here, and I know like people are like, okay, she's crazy. No, because I feel the energy. Because
No,
I'm
it's
not I'm not even scared. You know what I mean? I welcome it. I'm like, hey, especially when I'm praying the night before and I'm asking like, Mama, come, please help me, Mama, I'm going through it. And then the next morning my light is flickering. I'm like,
uh-huh.
my mama's here. My mommy is here. Like I get so excited to know my mom is here, my sister is here, my loved ones are here, because they actually hear my prayers. And they actually know like that when I need them, they come. They come and help me, or they come and comfort me. And I know like the world might be like, oh my gosh, she's crazy, she's crazy, crazy. But like I said, your flesh is temporary, right? This is temporary. This is not going to live forever. It's going to die, it's going to break down. And some people live through 100 years old, and there's babies who, God, there's babies that die, every single day. But I believe that you have a purpose, and I want you to go and follow your purpose in your brother's memory. I'm not going to tell you time is going to heal all wounds, because that's a lot of crap. It doesn't. But what I will tell you is, I am so proud of you, sis.
Thank you so much. And just one little short story. Um, December 24th is actually the first year of me going through a car accident. And I know that in that car accident, my brother saved me. And that's just living testimony of like how difficult sometimes the holidays can be for many. And it's just more of like trying to build empathy and really caring. Like, please
Yes,
have,
so for everyone out there, please have compassion, have empathy. There's a lot of people who are going through a lot of things right now, especially around the holidays. Please be kind. Please, even the woman that's yelling at you, they're not really yelling at you, they're just going through something. So please just be kind. And I just want to say happy holidays to everyone. Thank you, Anna, for coming to share your story. I hope it helps somebody who's going through a difficult time right now because they lost a loved one. And I just want the world to know, please just be kind to one another, not only around the holidays, but every single day. Thank you so much for joining. I'm proud of you, sis. See you next week. Thank you, Anna, for coming on.
thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Happy holidays.